Savannah with American Outdoor News, and I'm here with Mike Robinson from,
From the Wild.
Taste of the Wild. Hold on, we got a lot of them.
You have, I'm afraid. Well, fortune is good.
Farming the Wild, Wild Game Masterclass, Fishing the Wild, Wild Fish Masterclass. Mike, I looked you up last night, and I like to cook.
Yeah.
I'm way out of my league here.
No, at all.
You own a Michelin star restaurant.
Yeah, I do, yeah. I've got one restaurant with a Michelin star. We've had it for 15 years. And then I've got 3 others that are all up there in different parts of the country. So, but they all share one thing, which they all focus on wild food. So we are, and I'm not saying venison, I say wild food. So the big difference between the UK and the US when it comes to deer in particular at game, is that we are allowed to put it in public food chain.
Yep. We have to be at US.
Well, also you can't sell wild game legally. You can sell non-indigenous wild game. You can't sell white or turkey or like that. Because, I mean, and I've spent a lot of time with a lot of American friends. I've filmed there a lot. And the North American model of wildlife conservation, the central tenet of it is that wild game should be sold for nothing.
Yeah.
Should be retained by the hunter. Well, we're different. We've only got 40,000 hunters in the whole country.
That's a lot.
And 4 million deer.
We'll come and take it.
Right. I'm going to tell you, it's the holy grail of deer hunting. So Britain has no tax, no hunting licenses, no fish and game department. And so it has long deer seasons. It's pretty strict. The rifles are very strict, etc. But once you have the equipment, or you know people, all the land's rifles, it's Nirvana for hunting because we've got to get it done. It's a job. I will get back on Friday, on Saturday, and on Sunday morning I will be in the woods at dawn and shoot a deer because I only have to the end of March to get a female deer call in, and it has to be done.
Yeah.
Well, it's a management.
Yeah, you manage property as well.
Yeah. I manage 7 private, we call them estates, say ranches.
Yeah.
Anywhere between 20,000 acres and 2,000 acres. So, privately owned by landowners. And this was a mistake, so. Oops. Privately owned. And what happens is, for whatever reason, someone who's been managing the deer has given up all the time. They'll come to us and they'll say, look, we'd like you to manage our deer. We'll go in as a professional body and we will do a survey and get an idea for what might and how fallow deer go. We'll travel 15 miles in a day. That's several times. They don't have any fences, right? So it's just free-ranging, wild as a outfit.
That's a lot of women.
So you can only take a guess at what's on them, but we'll also look at we'll do an impact study. We'll look at the impact on the undergrowth, on the biodiversity. And we'll go, okay, well, that's muntjac deer causing that, that's roe deer causing that, that's fallow deer. We'll then say to them, okay, we'll do this. We'll be overseen by a full-time professional, of which we will a couple. And then we'll find a group of enthusiastic amateurs professionals in the area.
Yeah.
Who don't have their own now. We'll give them access. They have to cull a certain amount of it because no one gets nails. We can't help by it. And they pay us a little bit of money, which we then give to the landowner, and the landowner gets it. So we keep it there. That's the model.
That makes sense.
And and we're very, very hot on quality of shooting, skill. We try to shoot most of our deer in there. Most of it's relatively short range.
Yeah.
It's all on foot, very little. A bit, but very little. And then the deer all go through a very, very careful system into public control. Sold to restaurants, my restaurants, through Deerbox, our company, which sells all the medicine all over the country by Bennett.
So you process it.
We have full-time butchers. We have a 5,000 square foot factory that processes 100 a week.
That's wonderful. That's a full-time, that's a full-time job. How do you do that? Run a restaurant?
Well, I don't know.
How do you do it?
Well, my business, I have business partners. My business partner bankrupted the box and brilliant. I make sure it's in the press. I keep promoting it. Right, I shoot deal myself. Restaurants, again, I have great chefs and managers in all of them, and partners. My main side of it is making sure that the flow of ingredients never stops.
Yeah.
And then my greatest pleasure, which is making shows for amateurs.
Which you have plus zero.
And they seem to do well, so one way to continue.
Well, let me ask you this. You're sitting in the field, you have a dealer in your sights. Before you pull that trigger, do you have like a recipe rolling around your head saying, "Ooh, this would be good with"?
Very often. I mean, very often. My producer, Joe, the cameraman, always does that. As soon as we shot a deer, he says, right, now we're going to do it like that. So instead of going to its head and looking at what's on its head, in my case, they're mostly females, usually it's just ears.
Yeah.
He'll say, and I think this is a really cool thing, he'll say, okay, let's talk about what you're going to do for this. So we'll go up here and I'll say, it's a beautiful 3-year-old fallow doe. She's got really good, now look at the condition again. See how it's done. Estimate the age, the team. And then we'll say, okay, well, I think this one will turn into the slow braised medicine bourguignon or this or whatever.
Yeah.
Wellington. And how we work.
Now, which was it about?
In restaurants. So I was trained as a restaurant chef.
Okay. Did you go to school for it?
No, I learned in a restaurant in France.
Wow.
Getting things thrown at me, shouted at in French. I had to learn to speak French. I speak really good kitchen French. I swear really well. And in French, very good actually. And I learned those classic techniques, you know. And then when I bought my first restaurant, I applied those techniques for veal of pork and lamb to deer and pigeon and pheasant.
You know, I look at things the same way. If I go to a restaurant and they order a dish, and I'm like, all right, this is what's in it. I did to substitute the veal for venison.
Absolutely.
Venison. And use the same recipe.
Absolutely.
It still comes out beautiful.
100%. So that's how we think about it. You know, and every scrap of that deer is going to be used. Even the skins get scraped and salted. Every single one, 100 a week. And then they get sent to a tannery on the other side of the country who makes them to leather goods.
Wow.
So these deer don't get wasted. We eat any trimming scraps, really gnarly bits. We run through a commercial grinder with small bones, and we package them up and sell them as posh dog food. So we call it second grade mince.
So I bought it.
And my dogs live on it. And those people from all over the country buy huge amounts of it. So nothing's wasted.
Yeah. I know my dog will love pasta, but I'm a little selfish.
Well, I keep trying stuff for us. We live on ground, but I love it. Make a lot of burgers, make a lot of bolognese, sauces, ragus, and chili. Oh, chili.
I love chili.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a chili snob.
Me too.
And by me, my chili's fantastic. By you, my chili is probably, I don't know.
No, I'm listen, let me tell you something. The only difference between a really talented home cook and a professional chef, right, is that the professional chef does their own chef. And the professional chef's job is to take a dish that you would cook for you and your family.
Yeah.
Dissect it, figure out how to cook every element of that as far down the line as possible. So in service, you just accept it. You cook in a different way. But the skill of cooking is very often greater. Passionate
And aesthetically, it's more good.
and we're going to make it.
Yeah. Now, you're very big into the sustainability.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, we're trying to protect. We're fighting a war against excess deer numbers in England. Now, look at it this way. The Romans came over in about 50 in AD, and in about 100 AD they brought the fallow deer over to Syria. That's where they came from, right? They've done really well. And So, and then the Normans brought more of them. We think that now our population of deer is way higher than it has been since recorded history.
Wow.
Thousands of years.
Overwhelming number.
Yeah, I mean, look, England is the size of North Carolina.
Yeah.
I believe. I think we've got up to about 4 million wild deer. There's 40-odd thousand deer stalkers with the legal capability to have a rifle that will kill them. It doesn't mean they all have to. It means they legally have. If you were to do that division, then you'd say that, okay, 4 million, right, little species. Common sense says you need to cull a third every year to stop the population increasing. And it's still huge. We can't. We reckon we're doing about 4,000 every year. We need to do it for 3 times that week.
That's physically impossible.
It is, yeah. So we're going to lose. But what we can do is increase the market with overseas, which is at least, if you want to define the word sustainable, it's being able to take something without harming the environment or the bat species.
Yeah.
You do that in space. It's the ultimate sustainable, healthy protein. It is a shame that the American public don't get to the bats.
Unless we're sure.
Which is, a lot of you can. That's the old.
That's small population.
20, 30 million. But interestingly, back in this November, I went and spoke about this to the Congressional Caucus in Montana, where they get all the lawmakers together, from representatives, congressmen, governors, who are interested in flight. And they kind of looked at this, and they wanted me to put my 10 cents worth in about how we do it. I'm not here to say you should do it differently in America, but I can say how we do it.
Yeah.
And maybe the next day together. We are down the line. So the North American model of wildlife management has saved. It's probably the best success story in wildlife conservation in history. You've saved the white target, you've saved the turkey, you've saved the elk, you've saved the bison because of hunting. What you're getting to in some states now is a population of deer, thanks to that native thing, that is so great, they're knocking on the door of what we're doing.
Yeah.
But what do you do? There are states in the south where you can hunt a doe a day to 90 days. You do 90 does if you could check them.
Soup kitchens, homeless. Look at all the military.
Yes, you can donate. And that's also, and I think that is probably the first step. Is getting people donated. We're very lucky. I can sell every ounce.
Yeah, we can't do that here.
But the shame as a passionate game, it's if you want to get non-hunters to understand why hunting's good, feed them makes sense. If every hunter fed 10 non-hunters deer and explained what they did, why they did it, you would have an educated population. We are very lucky in Britain that most people each understand that deer management has to take place.
Well, that's always been part of tradition.
Yeah. But we have always been a bird hunting culture. Deer, it's the last 40 years. It's bird hunting up to now, it really is. The land has been managed for pheasants and whitetails for 200 years. The deer are better, but that's it. So look, it's just fascinating, and I see a real problem, like a real challenge. I don't want to get to that stage where the government are telling us to shoot them at night with thermals, because it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Our country's got so many good gates, so many houses, it's too dangerous. Just go ahead and bear market. That's what we do.
Well, we live that well by me anymore. Yeah. Where it's growing.
Yep. It's not good for the deer.
No. And it's just strictly up.
archery only, not even muzzle loading.
Yeah, they have it as shotgun season, but a very short shotgun season. Like from October to the end of January. All time.
So you can, and it's pretty easy to get tags. Climb over the counter.
Climb over the counter, you shoot a deer, you bring it to they take your pay. They give you a tag, go back up.
Oh, that's I like that system. That's great. So you have like a place where you can go. You turn on a deer. They go, all right.
Yep.
You take the deer away, do something with it. The next day you go out and
Yeah.
mostly. I think the first thing is you spend a lot of time all over the States. I love the North. It's a hunting paradise.
I like it. It's
Amazing. I hunted Rhode Island this year. I loved it.
oh yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Let's find out.
Something different.
We were culling on Block Island.
Yeah.
So I shot a few there. The shot's up now. I got to shoot. I had a few tags for whitetails, like does mainly on main ground,
Yeah.
and I got to shoot some with a flintlock.
That's cool.
It was cool. A beautiful Kibler 1760 reproduction, long rifle, 50 caliber. I shot 3 whitetails with that.
Old school. You should just get to CPA.
Yeah,
They're black powder guns.
really.
Go home to your shop.
Cool.
It's correct.
Who are they? CVA?
CPA.
I hear it.
Yeah.
I'll go and have a look.
And I can believe it.
I love it. Black powder's awesome.
So, what is your favorite deer that is played?
Honestly, fallow deer Wellington. A Wellington is a creation, right?
Yep.
I've got 2. Venison Wellington, which I love. It is a construct. It's a magical thing. You cut into that pastry, you've got the rounded meat, you've got magic. I also like making fallow deer boogie. Slow. And I take meat
Slow cook.
and I take meat up from front legs.
Oh, wow.
So you got the shoulder shank, the front shanks here.
Yep.
Take those. So you know they've got like thick sinew on their too. That's what they're after. The collagen.
Yep.
So you take those front shanks and cut those 2 or 3 bits of meat off and save them up, and you've got a few. It fits up the shoulder meat. And I cook it for 8 hours, brown with baby onions, whole garlic, whole shallots, butter, red wine, burgundy, tomato, mayonnaise, and then rosemary, and then finish deglaze it with a little brandy, cognac,
Yep.
thick, rich sauce, velvety. The meat slides apart in your mouth because all the collagen is so sticky.
I'm good.
It's on the show. You can watch it on Wild Game Masterclass Series 1, MOTV.
That's it. I appreciate your time.
It's been awesome talking
Very
to you.
informative.
Thank you.
And where can we find each other? What time slot?
So our shows are on Outdoor Channel, Eastern time, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
7 p.m. Monday nights for 40 weeks a year. Either Wild Game, Wild Fish Masterclass, Farming the Wild, Fishing the Wild. And then you can also watch them anytime you like on MOTV. It's really worth subscribing.
All right. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a non-profit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference. We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a non-profit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.